I have covered a few home loan repayment calculators over the years on the channel, and to be honest, I've had a lot of positive comments telling me how useful they have been. So today, I'm going to introduce you to another one. Enter the home loan repayment calculator, the only calculator that runs a day-by-day simulation on the entire term to replicate a real loan. So that means it should calculate interest daily, charge interest monthly, allow for extra repayments and offset accounts. Oh, look, it does all of those things. We're off to a good start. It also claims that it's more thorough than most online calculators. So let's put it to the test. Today, I'm going to take you through a few examples. The numbers are going to be made up. Once you understand how to use the calculator, I recommend jumping in, plugging in your own numbers, and seeing if it provides you with any useful insights. Let's get into it. Let's start with a new loan for the first example. Let's do a $500,000 house over a 30-year term starting tomorrow. Let's set the interest rate to 6.2%. and do fortnightly repayments as the payment schedule. Let's add an offset account with a starting balance of $20,000 and end the loan when it is fully offset. We will leave the property tab unchecked as well. Okay, what do we get? Looks like our calculated repayments will be $1,400 per fortnight. The entire loan will cost about $1 million and we pay a bucket load of interest. Then down below, there is a nice little breakdown of all of the transactions that will come out of the account over the life of the loan. All right, let's manipulate the data a little bit. Let's see how much faster we pay the debt off and how much interest we reduce if we add $1,000 of savings to our offset every single month ongoing. Well, that looks nice. We reduce the length of the loan by about 14 years and save approximately $300,000 worth of interest over the life of the loan. It even adds the $1,000 additional in savings to the schedule down below. All right, say no more. I am definitely impressed. Okay, next example. Let's take a look at an existing loan just for fun. Let's set it to $400,000 at a rate of 6.2% as well. Let's say we have an offset account where the minimum repayments come out of and we have a starting balance of $100,000 in there. Let's also say that we are putting $2,000 a fortnight into that account, which could be representing part of a salary. And let's also take the minimum repayments from the offset account. So it looks like we are paying the debt off relatively quickly in this instance. I genuinely appreciate the flexibility to adjust the data for additional repayments, which is a fantastic feature, and the schedule mapping is great too. However, unlike the Mortgage Monster tool, this calculator lacks the capability to visualize the changes in interest rates over the loan's duration. As far as I can see anyway. It's reasonable to assume that the interest rate for this loan wouldn't remain consistent at 6.2% throughout the entire loan term. As we've seen over the past number of years, interest rates have fluctuated in Australia, and I'm pretty confident around the rest of the world as well, pretty significantly in a short period of time. This variable can be a bit frustrating, yet it's completely fair for these calculators to not include it because it's an unknown and it's really difficult to predict what interest rates will be in 20 years' time. Another thing I'm going to be critical of is that it doesn't allow you to differentiate what type of loan it is, whether it's an owner-occupier or an investment loan. This differentiation could impact the way that some calculations are done, as investment properties within Australia at the time of recording this video, interest can be claimed or deducted as an expense against the property, which would be a massive factor for someone who's trying to figure out the math behind how much they potentially are going to have to spend over the long term and what will be covered, deducted. It doesn't include everything within it. There are a few variables which are not considered. Lastly, another frustration is that the calculator does not allow you to include multiple or split loans. As someone who has split loans, I need to open up individual tabs, rearrange them as required to show the data because I have different variables which go into those calculations, and it doesn't allow me to build it all into the one calculation, which is a little bit frustrating and something that I think wouldn't be too difficult to add into the back end so we can very easily use the tool in just one tab. Overall, this tool or website provides a great way for you to do a rough assessment of your overall financial situation if you have an existing loan. Or it might actually provide some insight and perspective if you were planning to take out a new loan in the near future. Hopefully, what I've covered today has given you a bit of confidence to go and use the tool without having to go through the weeds and figure it out all by yourself. Hopefully it was let's call it a comprehensive tutorial. On top of that, hopefully I gave you some key considerations or important aspects to be thinking about what this tool can and can't do when plugging in numbers which might be tailored to your individual circumstance. Hopefully I've given you that overview. If it was helpful or insightful, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel grow and I really do appreciate the support. And that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. So I will leave you there. Have a good day, have a good week. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.